I'm Patrick Bailey with whiteboardcoder.com. Today is September 20th, 2020. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to adjust a Rainbird sprinkler head, specifically the model 1804HEVNPR. Okay, first some quick websites to help you out. So here's Rainbird's website for the 1800s. So if you want to decide whether you want to get this one or not, you can go down here. They got videos and specs and all this things. But this is the one I'm deciding to put in my backyard because we're doing a lot of landscaping this summer. I'm doing all the work. So this one, they kind of sold me on some of the features. So go check it out if you already haven't. And then also here is a link to the Home Depot site to go order it or get it. I got probably half of mine at Home Depot and half at Lowe's. Reasonable price. But make sure if you go there are cheaper models. So make sure you get the one that's priced correctly, because I went there once and I bought one, which I thought they have different 1800 ones. It's like, 1800. And it was cheap. I was like, great. Well, it wasn't this one. So make sure you get the right one. Probably match up with the price is the best idea. And this one is probably about twice as much as their cheaper one, but I want to be overall long-term, water efficient on my lawn. So I got this one. And also for convenience sake, here's a link to Amazon. Doesn't seem to be such a great deal on Amazon, but maybe you can check them out someday. Maybe they have a pack or more. But right now, I think I'd shop at Home Depot or Lowe's. But anyway, with that, there's the links. Now let's go get to adjusting them. Okay, so first, let me show this up close before you get any of this done. So this is, just to show you, there's the model number right there. The 1804 HEV NPR.
Hold still. You're shaking. There we go. Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to use this other tool I bought to help you pull these things out. Now you don't need this necessarily, because when you adjust these, you put the pressure on, it pops up. So, but for this case, we'll do it. So this has a couple things. So it's got a lip underneath here, so you can take it and spread it out and pull it out. And so I'll pull it out here. Then it's probably the hard part to show. After you pull it out, you can take this, wrap it around, hold on there, and just let go. So that's convenient when you don't have underwater pressure. But when you have it underwater pressure, you don't really, it's worthwhile probably buying one of these, but you don't really necessarily need it because you can adjust it. You turn the pressure on, then adjust it. So here's the head, which you can take off, and there's a little filter in here, just to show you that you can. But what this does, there's two adjustments to this. One is the one where you can go from 0 to 360 degrees. And so if you look on the top here, you'll see there's a little notch right there. And depending on how you get the light, there's a little L right next to it. And so that is where the 0 degree is. And then you can expand out from there. And so now if you look at, now there's this center one you can turn. So you'll see I'm turning the center one. So I'll turn it all the way. And now you'll see it matches up with that L. And I can't turn it any further. And you can see all the teeth line up there. So that's actually 0 degrees. So now as I move it out, now we're like 30 degrees. Now we're like 90 degrees. So in between this top tall tooth and the bottom tall tooth is where the spray is going to come out. So if I want to do 360, I've got to turn it all the way around where both teeth match, and it will squirt out everywhere. But if I want to reduce it, in this case I want to reduce it for testing just so I'm not squirting myself too much. So that's the 360. And then on top is the adjustment for the spray. So if you, the pressure as you spray out further or less. So what you can do is you can turn it clockwise. So you can tighten it, and as you tighten it, it'll shoot out less and less. But we'll leave it kind of how it is out of the box, but I will make sure it can only shoot a little bit. But also this is fixed. So the other thing you got to think about is, and I'll take this off, is you can turn the whole thing. So you can grab this and ratchet the whole thing because you want to get that mark where you want it. So anyway, there's all that. So now let's just show it in action. So I have one set up here. I did another video where I made this little weird thing that I actually have, I can attach it to my hose, and I've got a gauge there. I got a valve I can turn on and off, and then I can get this going. But actually I haven't set this one up quite correctly yet because it's probably going to squirt everywhere. So on this one I want to do the same thing where I'm going to reduce it so I don't squirt that much. But but I also want to aim it. So I will, there we go. Based on that, it kind of should shoot that way. So I'll let it go, and I'll turn it on. We'll get the pressure up there. I'm going to squirt myself here. There we go. Now I'm squirting myself. But you can see it's got that limited range. So the first thing you can do is change how far you want to shoot. So there's, let's say I want to do that. And also, so see, I'm not using it, so I don't need that when it's pressurized, but I can, it gets a little slippery. You can see now I've changed it. But now if I want to do 360, I just go all the way around, which I'm not going to do right now because I would squirt myself. But now we can tighten it. Little screw. Of course, now my hand's slippery. And I can start to...
And you're going clockwise.
I'm going clockwise. I'm righty-tighty, so I'm tightening it. And so I'm tightening...
Pressure go down.
So the pressure, so you can see I can get it really low. And then I can open it 360.
Oh.
And now it's not doing much at all.
Oh, let me see.
And then
Oh.
I don't think that's much useful, but now I can loosen it.
Well, watch the 360.
So we're doing 360, so you can make this shoot out really low. I don't think they suggest shooting out really low, but also you can see as I close it, I'm not shooting out as minch, and so now you can see it's actually shooting further because it's not doing 360. So, really, you can adjust this. You can install them in. You can turn it how you want, ratchet that. You can adjust the flow by that, and you can adjust the 360, and that's all she wrote. It's pretty simple. And a nice thing about this, I think some of these heads are available, so I think you can take that little head, and in some cases you can swap it out in your existing system. I'm not doing that on mine, but I think that's also possible. I think you can order these heads, but don't quote me on that. But there you go. That's how you adjust it. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a like. To subscribe, just click the subscribe button. Also, you can follow me on Twitter under the handle @whiteboardcoder.com. View any code I may have thrown up as a gist at GitHub under the username PatmanDenver, or check out my blog site at whiteboardcoder.com.